What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, here with my brother from another big game, James. Y'all see the smile on his face. Y'all see the glee that he's had on Twitter. I've seen you talking. I've seen you. I know you happy. I know a lot of Cowboys nations right now is happy. And y'all deserve it right now, bro. I've talked a lot of junk over this season. I've talked a lot of junk over this off season. So I know y'all got things y'all want to say. We are going to, I'm gonna face the music. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, talk my talk. I know James got a lot to say. And then before we get out of here, we are gonna do a little playoff prediction. But before you go, let me just get a little something off my chest, okay? Because I already know where this is headed. I already know how y'all feel. Y'all expect a bunch of excuses. Y'all expect a bunch of, well, it's this, that, and then third. We suck right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Philadelphia Eagles are not a good football team right now. I'm not one of those guys that's going to come on here and, well, maybe we were holding back. Maybe we were doing that, this, the or third. No, we've sucked the past month and some time. So it is what it is. I'm here to, yeah, answer the questions I already know are going to be asked. So James, floor is yours. Floor is yours.
Well, first of all, where are your Eagles people at? I did a video today and I said, when we do our best of enemies, I said, make sure we get Joe out here, but I need Drew. I don't know if he's out here saving lives tonight.
He might be.
I don't
He's
know if you said, Drew, I don't know if you're saving lives tonight. I asked for you and Linda. I asked for Linda. I hope you're in here, Linda. Come on in. And then I asked for Eagles podcast. Come on in here. Come on. Hey, do y'all remember when he said he was 10-1, Joe? What are you now?
I'm 11-5. What am I? 11-6, Joe. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. We are gonna get into these playoffs, and we 0-0 in the playoffs. The only thing I can do at this point is have faith. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Every football fan has been here. I got to eat crow. I've talked an abundance of it. I've talked an abundance of.
You have. You definitely have. You were 10-1, Joe. And hey, y'all, I got to bring it back because I remember when we did our show, I think last week, didn't I ask him, y'all? Do y'all remember when I asked him? I said, Joe, do you think your team has regressed? Joe said, nope. Joe said, nope, not my team. We regress. We're going to smack them Giants. We're going to be right back in it. We're going to do our thing, go to the playoffs. I feel good going to the playoffs. We're going to get right back on it. What happened, Joe, with that Giants game? I need you to talk to me about that first.
Anything that could go wrong went wrong in that game. I hold to this, and it might sound like me trying to cope or whatever y'all want to call it, but I don't think that the players have regressed. I think that this coaching staff is the main issue here. But that's really where I feel. I mean, and you could see it in the Giants game. The play calling is atrocious. We're literally calling all verts. We're calling vertical. We're playing Madden. Like, we're literally playing Madden out there. We're calling verticals on 3rd and 7 with no check downs, no crossing, nothing over the middle. We're literally just asking our players to go out there and win one-on-one battles. And we have enough talent to win some of those, but we don't have talent to consistently win those. And that's where your coaching comes in. So in the Giants game, it was a ish show. This defense they got worse ever since having Sean Desai step down. Matt Patricia, I don't know who he is. That ain't my dog. That ain't my boy. I don't know where he came from, why he's even here, what he brings to this defense. But it's everything. It's everything. It's play calling. It's bad plays by the players. The lack of execution when there is plays to be made. It's everything. But I still hold true to. I do feel like this coaching staff is holding this team back. I've said that numerous on occasions. Even when we were winning, I felt like this coaching staff was not doing well. We were winning. We were finding ways.
When you were winning, though, I didn't hear none of that coaching staff stuff.
I was saying
Joe.
Coaching stuff. I was definitely saying coaching stuff.
Not to me. All I heard was we 5-1, 6-1, Joe.
Oh yeah, because on here I'm gonna talk my junk. Okay, but at the same time, it has been. It's been all season. I mean, you look at the lack of use for DeAndre Swift. You look at the lack of creativity on offense, and then our defense has just always sucked. When you're winning, it's easier to kind of just, hey, Trey said it, a win is a win. That's what we were saying. When you're winning, you're finding ways. You're like, all right, maybe they can figure this out. Maybe it's just a rough patch. We're beating good teams, even if it's tough games. But then it just crumbled at the end, and now you're hearing Eagles fans talking. You're hearing former players saying, "Oh, they're playing patsy, they're playing possum." If that's the truth, bro, I'll be even more upset. I'll be 100% honest with you. If we go in,
y'all team is not playing no damn possum. The San Francisco 49ers came in and mollywopped y'all.
They mollywopped y'all too.
But let's be real though. Yeah, let's be real. Hold up. Let's talk. Because when they mollywopped us, we bounced back. When they mollywopped y'all went in a funk. So we ain't the same.
Y'all week 4. So I mean,
it don't matter.
It does, though, to a certain extent. It does. At the end of the day, I'm not making no excuses.
You want to be playing football at the end of the season.
Definitely.
You want to be playing good football at the end of the season, not the beginning. So when they mollywopped us, we could have went in a funk because remember, we had already lost to the Cardinals. Mm-hmm. They mollywopped us, and we had to win that next game against the Chargers at LA, and that was Kellen Moore, and that was a huge game. We could have went in the funk and bam, crashed out because we had a bye right after that. But we didn't. We rallied. We got it together. We had our business. When they mollywopped y'all in Philly, y'all's tumble began.
Yeah. There's no arguing that. We have looked terrible this past month and a half. Now we go on to the playoffs and see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day, the worst case scenario is we lose and we figure out with this coaching staff. Best case scenario,
that's what's going to happen. I'm gonna jump out there and say, because y'all beat the Bucs.
Let me get those lottery numbers since you can tell the future. Let me get those lottery.
Okay, I'm gonna take those. I'll take my chances. When I see 1 and 5 right here, and y'all are not playing good, especially y'all really should be 0 and 6 because if the Giants weren't goofy and playing that damn DeVito trying to be goofy and play Tyrod Taylor at the beginning of the game, like I said, they would have beat you because he pretty much carried them in the second half. Yeah, they probably would have beat you. Y'all would have been 0 and 6.
I mean, DeVito won 3 of his prior 4.
DeVito is no good. You know damn well.
But he was winning.
Right,
and
but
we lost to worse than DeVito.
But you know damn well
over Drew Lock.
You ain't taking DeVito or no Tyrod Taylor.
I'll take him over Drew Lock, and we lost to Drew Lock. So I mean, at the end of the day, ain't no excuses.
Drew Lock has played in the NFL though. Drew Lock has NFL. Drew Lock has NFL experience. DeVito did not. So I ain't counting no DeVito. I'll at least give Drew Lock some love because he was a quarterback with a team. You know, they drafting him to be a quarterback for the team. Nobody ever thought of DeVito being anything. So that was the Giants' fault because Tyrod Taylor, once he came to the game changed and they came back and almost won. So I'm going to just go ahead and lean on they would have beat you too. But I want to talk to you about your team right now. You know, Shady McCoy, yeah, they making all these excuses. I want to hear what Shady McCoy. I ain't even got to listen to him.
I got to watch that show.
I ain't got to listen to them because they ain't got nothing to say. You feel me? They was talking all that trash. But when I look at your season, Joe, y'all was 10-1, right? But y'all weren't the scary 10-1 like the year before. And I told y'all was going to take a step back. It's always harder the second year because when I look at your victories, you eked out the victory against New England week 1. Y'all remember that? You eked out the victory against Minnesota. It was 34-28. Tampa Bay was pretty good. You barely beat Washington. Then you lost to the Jets. Miami impressive, 31-17, but then Washington 38-31. You barely beat us. KC 21-17, 37-34. Y'all was living on the edge the whole year. Y'all were living on the edge the whole year. And once you got figured out when Bosa said, hey, we know how to guard Jaylen Hurts. We know how to guard Jaylen Hurts. We're just going to give you the tape and tell you how to do it. Now, I need to ask you about Jaylen Hurts because he hurt his finger. He only threw for 55 yards. And I need to, first of all, I'm going to ask you about Jaylen Hurts, but I need you to answer me a question. All that talk about Dak Prescott and them interceptions, how many interceptions does Jaylen Hurts have right now?
Oh, he's got the same exact amount. Same exact amount. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you're proving more of a point for us than you're really like making us look bad because at the end of the day, what were y'all complaining about last year when Dak had all those interceptions?
What you mean? What
y'all complaining about play calling? Y'all complaining about Kellen Moore? Y'all had a whole bowl going against your old OC.
You said y'all. I wasn't really killing Kellen Moore like that. We talking about.
All right. Well, the Cowboys fans as a whole. Cowboys fans as a whole, we're talking about their offensive coordinator, and that's where we're at right now. Our offensive coordinator has not done a good job. This offense has not done a good job of getting the offense going.
So Jalen Hurts, because your offensive coordinator, he's throwing it. Your coordinator's throwing the interception of Jalen Hurts, because even though your coordinator is making the play, Jalen Hurts still's got to throw the ball.
Jalen is
making bad decisions. And did the league find him out? Because he was the darling last year. He couldn't do no wrong last year. And I told you that we need to see 2 straight years of Jalen Hurts before I can jump on the train and say he's legit. I told you that at the beginning of the year about Jalen Hurts, and you said, "Oh, he's legit. He's the Michael Jordan of the NFL." Didn't you say he was Michael Jordan?
I said Black Tom Brady too.
You said Michael Jordan.
Some things. Hey, it is what it is. I was wrong this year. I do truly believe that this offense. Let me answer. Okay. I truly do believe that this, and I'll say it a million times. There's not really any other ways of saying it. This offense is holding this talent back. There's no way you can tell me that AJ Brown is trash, Devontae Smith is trash. If you're saying that, you just don't like the Eagles, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, realistically, this offense is being held back by its play callers. This offense has zero creativity. You look at what we're doing. We're running inside zone over 50% of the time. That's insane. Like, first of all, you picked the worst play to run that much. Second of all, the screens, the QB draws, all that stuff is just so obvious when we do it. So, yes, is Jalen Hurts making mistakes? Definitely. Jalen Hurts is not devoid of any fault, just like anybody else on this team. There's been games that AJ Brown fumbled the balls that he shouldn't be fumbling, drop balls he shouldn't be dropping. Same thing with Devontae Smith. Dallas guy. You can go down the list. Players definitely have fault in this. But do I think that they're less talented because of that? No. I think that this offense, again, is being held back because of its play callers. The defense just didn't have players. The defense, we basically pooped the bed in the offseason. We didn't pick nobody up to figure out, to fix and fill in holes. We just basically let all our linebackers walk, had no type of answer to who we were going to put in there. And it was a scrap heap, and this defensive coordinator wasn't that good either. So the defense is more on the players, in my opinion. It still is on the defensive coordinator, but it's more so that we just don't have the players. On offense, I think that we're better. I think that we're better than what we've shown, and we can still win games. I think that this offense is the only reason we have 11 wins, if I'm being 100% honest. So we just need to figure out offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. But right now, we suck, and we're going into the playoffs not as a good team. But once the playoffs start, we'll see what happens. That's all we can really sit there and say. We're going to see what happens.
So let me ask you this, because you're talking about Jalen Hurts, and I've been hearing all this stuff last year about he was the greatest pocket passer in the world, when a lot of us were saying that he really needed to run the ball. He needs to have that element in his game to be that kind of a quarterback. When his running game was when he got a little bit injured and dinged up and really couldn't run the ball, why haven't we seen that passing game develop? Is it just the offensive
he was playing well. He was. You look at against the Bills. You look at the early on in the season. If you don't want to look at it, that's fine.
No, I'm not.
He was throwing for over 300 and plus yards, getting touchdowns. He wasn't running as much. So, it was happening. You can shake your head as much as you want. It was happening. As soon as he started running the ball more and doing those QB draws and doing stuff that really was just stupid, that's when his passing game started going down. He had bad passing games, but he also had a streak of games that he was over for 300 yards passing. So, he has played well. It's just that people are going to look at the mistakes, and that's what they're going to nip. That's what they're going to pick from, which is fine. We've lost a lot of games we shouldn't have lost this year. So
he only had that's where I'm at. He only had a 2-game streak where he threw for 2 straight 300-yard games, 319 and 303, Washington and LA. He ain't had no streak of no 300-yard games. Most of those games he had 207, 150, 200, 197, 143, 167. Come on, man. If this guy is
I'll bring up his games right now.
I'm looking at his games. And even though the first week, 170, 193, he hasn't had huge passing games. He had the little streak where you said almost 300. He had 2 300-yard games. He had 280, 279, 300. And then after Dallas, after they barely beat Dallas because he only threw for 207 against us. He's only averaging like 220 yards a game passing against us. It just seems like he's not really developed as a passer right now. It looks like his game is stunted right now. And I need you to, if am I wrong in that asset? Does it look there? What's up, Linda? I'm glad. See, I respect you, Linda.
What's up, Linda?
What's up, Linda? Good to see you up in here. Talk to me, Linda, while you in here. Talk to me. I need to hear your comments about your team. But you going to sit there and tell me he hasn't regressed?
No, I don't think he's regressed. I do not think he's regressed. I've told you what I've seen. I've watched literally every single game.
So it's all on the coordinator. It ain't nothing on
I truly do believe, and I've said this is what I'm saying though. I literally said exactly. You just want me to say exactly what you want me to say. I'm not going to say exactly what you want me to say. I'm telling you that looking from my perspective, my opinion, I do believe he's had good games. He's had a lot of bad decisions. Don't get me wrong, but it's because he's being handcuffed by this play calling. When your only option is to throw it deep on the right side to AJ Brown, who's double covered, if that's your first read, it's going to be hard for you to go out there and make good plays. It is what it is. It hasn't been a good year for us, especially from the offensive coordinator position. So that's where I'm at. I mean, that's really where I'm at. We have not been a good team. I agree with that. We have not been good this year, especially as of late. But
so when I hear Brunson, is it?
I'm not Brunson. That's what I think a lot of people mess up with.
I'm not comparing you to Brunson. I'm asking the question, dog. This ain't nothing to do about saying you him. I said when I heard him make the tweet, and I asked you this last week when he said it's too much buddy ball going on with AJ Brown. And I told you AJ Brown is a baby TO to me because, and you said all receivers are like that. No, all receivers don't be divish. A lot of them are. But when we see him on the sidelines consistently, even when you guys were winning, he was over there in your quarterback's face. Y'all were winning games, and he was over there, give me the ball, shaking his head. That wasn't just one game, bro. No, it wasn't. This wasn't.
So what other game was it? I saw that in one game.
What game was it?
I saw that in one game. I can't remember off the top of my head which exact game.
He did that in Washington. He didn't do that against KC early.
No, KC we did good against.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go through the games because I seen him more on the sidelines talking to Jaylen Hurts on the sideline, shaking his head. Your coach has had to go over there and talk to him multiple times. And what I'm saying is once he started, give me the ball, and the team, y'all were playing pretty good football, but once it became about him, in my opinion, your team started falling off because he was going on that streak, but the team started getting away from the team ball, and it was about AJ Brown. And once we came out AJ Brown, you could see the cracks in your team starting. Now, he stepped up and said, oh, it's not the coaches. You're saying it's the coaches. He's saying it's not. What's going on with that?
I mean, what is he supposed to say? He's supposed to sit there and be like, oh, my coaches suck?
No, you can still sit there and say, hey, some things got to change. We've heard players not throw coaches under the bus.
They have. Everybody said that. That's what I'm saying. I understand y'all don't like the Eagles. That's fine. I get that.
We ain't worried about liking no Eagles, dog.
Listen, be real, though. Y'all don't like the Eagles.
We don't trip on no Eagles because y'all ain't nobody.
Exactly. We're not nobody. So why are we? If we're nobody, why is it such a week out thing? That it's
we like clowning you now because just like you said at the beginning of the year, y'all was
you won one more game than us.
Because y'all had y'all chest beat out talking about all y'all screamed was Super Bowl. And I said, y'all gonna have a Super Bowl hangover. That's all y'all was screaming. Anytime somebody talked to y'all, Super Bowl. Anytime you say anything, Super Bowl. That's all y'all lived off of Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. And this is why your team probably fell off because y'all had the Super Bowl hangover. Because if your fans were screaming it, your players was feeling that way. We went to the Super Bowl. We went to the Super Bowl. Nobody cares that you went to the Super Bowl last year. You didn't win it. Nobody cares. You got to come and play again. And guess what? Y'all don't look that good. Your defense is giving up 25 points a game. Y'all have a Super Bowl hangover that you didn't even win. You out here talking about we hate the Eagles. No, we don't hate y'all. Y'all ain't won nothing to be hating y'all. Y'all ain't won nothing for us.
We just won the Super Bowl like 4 or 5 years ago. What do you?
How many years? It's
and we won the division last year. I'll be like that,
right? And we won the year, and we won the division for that. So what? We won it 2 out of 3 years. So what?
So then, if we haven't won anything, what have you won? Your stuff 40 years ago?
Oh, I mean, it's been 28 years, but once again, we still got more than you.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I exactly told y'all exactly what is going on with this team. It's been bad coordinating. It's been bad coaching. There's been mistakes by players. I'm not really sure.
Defense is not that good. Defense ain't good.
I never said the defense was good. I literally said we suck.
So you saying you 0-0, so you got confidence your defense is going to play good against them Bucks?
Never said that. Literally never said that.
I'm asking. Right
no,
now.
I don't. I think that this defense sucks.
Do you think you're going to be a one and done?
The offense has to, I don't think we'll be one and done, no. But I think this offense is what has to win. We beat the Bucks by almost 30 points when we played them in the first game. Are we the same exact team? No. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, we're the worst team in the league. I wish we were the Cowboys. And that's what y'all want to hear. That's not what's going to happen. At the end of the day, there's clear things that need to change.
Okay, clear stuff. You're right. And it's going, and I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, we don't hate no Eagles because y'all ain't never no threats. Y'all just talk a lot. Y'all just talk a lot of trash. Y'all just run y'all mouths.
Y'all never talk.
Yeah, we talk. We talk.
Yeah, I never talk.
Yeah, we talk. You right, but we don't never be We don't never be keeping Philadelphia in our mouths. The only reason why we kind of been keeping Philadelphia in our mouths lately is because the content creators been going crazy, screaming Philadelphia this, screaming Philadelphia that, like y'all the world's greatest thing. And y'all got one chip, dog, in 2017. That's great. Give you big claps that you got one chip. You went to one. You didn't win it. You got one chip. Y'all living off that every single year. And guess what? Y'all ain't the team. And unless you get a defense, your team ain't gonna be better next year either.
We'll see. We don't know what's going to happen next year.
Oh, who's better?
I was telling me we were going to be trash last year.
Who's better right now, Jalen Hurts or Dak Prescott?
What does that matter? But that's what I'm talking about. Y'all just want to. Y'all want to. Hold on. Let me talk too. I'll let you talk.
You was dogging Dak.
At the end of the day, I was never dog. I literally have come on here and told you that he's the best quarterback in the country.
No, you said
in the division.
Weak. At the beginning of this year, you said Dak was weak.
I would have to. You're gonna have to pull that clip up.
You said he was overrated. He ain't.
See, this is the thing. I truly do believe y'all do not like Lord Brunson, and I get that. Y'all need to stop coming at me with the stuff y'all want to say to him.
Bro,
he has his own channel. Y'all can talk to him about.
You said on this channel, Dak was regular.
All right, pull that up then. Pull that up because I've never said that. I have been very honest with you about Dak and about this team. I mean, if y'all do not like someone else, do not put that on me. I have told y'all how I feel, and that's where we at. If y'all want to accept it, that's on y'all. I can't make y'all accept it.
AJ Brown better than CeeDee Lamb?
Yes.
Nope.
Okay, we different opinions. do you like mayonnaise on your sandwiches? I do. I mean, it's different opinions.
What the numbers say though? What the numbers say?
What does the number say? He's one person. We have two guys over a thousand
right now because I'm just clowning right now because you was talking all that. Devontae Smith is better than CeeDee Lamb. Devontae Smith better than CeeDee Lamb. AJ Brown better than CeeDee Lamb. No, they're not.
He showed it.
And the numbers show. My receiver that you try to clown said, "Oh, he's a slot guy." My receiver can play everywhere. He can play outside. He can play inside. Your receiver can't. So then that wouldn't my receiver be better.
Brown can't.
When do you see him in the slot?
Bro, he's played in the slot, especially last year. He's played in the slot. Mostly last year because we don't move anybody now. We literally don't move anybody right now. Oh. It is what it is. Like that's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying is that we are not utilizing our talent like we did last year.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay. Well,
your boy Tay Cowboys over here talking hella shit. Like, I get it, bro. I get it. You're good. It's okay. Let's talk about football, dog. Let's talk about football.
Yeah, chill out, Tay. We good because Lonely B just jumped in, and I know Lonely gonna have some things to say. He said I was mad.
Eagles fans are probably more upset than anybody. So everything y'all saying, it really don't hurt our feelings. We know we got a lot of things to work on. But at the end of the day, we're gonna do that.
No, Linda, that's not our problems. Y'all just mad our receivers better than you. Y'all was doing all that click-clacking about A.J. Brown, this A.J. Brown. Y'all was screaming him to the cows go home. He's the greatest receiver in the world. Oh, did you see A.J. Brown with this streak of 150 catches, yards? Y'all was screaming that. Y'all was screaming that. Well, guess what? My receiver is better than both of your receivers. Both of them. 135 for 17. I am saying it with my chest because you were saying it with your chest, and I like how your chest is inside now. You don't have your chest out no more. I love that. I love how you don't have your chest out like you did before. How you had your chest out about A.J. Brown. Had your chest about Devontae Smith. How you had your chest about Darius Slay. How you had your chest about Bradbury. This is the best cornerback combo. No, they're not. They suck.
Okay.
And I like saying it. They suck. They ain't good. CeeDee Lamb is better than both your receivers. Jake Ferguson is better than Dallas Goedert. Dak Prescott is better than Jaylen Hurts.
Okay. I hope that gets you a ring. I hope that does something.
I hope it does too, because if that comes, you probably won't need to have the way you was acting when y'all just getting to the Super Bowl and losing. Don't let us get there. Because if you was acting like that, I'm definitely going to act like that every season.
Hey, that's what this whole thing is about. That's what the NFL is about. Be hype about your team. I don't know why that's such a death sentence on Eagles fans when we get hype about our team. It's always Cowboys fans coming in and be like, oh, that running back. Whenever we're happy about Jaylen Hurts, whenever we talk about Nick Sirianni, oh, that fake tough guy, y'all the ones that say so much and then be like, oh, but y'all always talking junk.
Well, wasn't
you can't have it both ways.
Nick Sirianni be talking mad trash, bro. You know your coach was talking all that garbage.
He has. I've never said that he didn't.
So now it's poetic. See, if you talking that junk, be ready to get that stuff back to you when you ain't winning. That's all it is. So Nick Sirianni was talking all that trash, running his mouth, sticking out his chest. He was acting like a fake tough guy.
See, there you go. Prove my point.
He was. How about them Eagles and this and that? But now you're looking at him, he all quiet like a church mouse, and I love it. Shut up, Nick.
Who's next?
Sirianni.
Oh, nigga, I was like, who's
next in the comments? No, not nobody. No, nobody in the comments.
Hey, I mean, all that's doing is proving my point. This whole chat is proving my point. Everybody's bringing up Lord Brunson. Y'all mad at a certain person.
I ain't
Go talk to him. Brunson. You brought up Lord Brunson already.
I brought him up one time.
I'm just saying, y'all want to talk to him? Go talk to him. Basically, I gotta say,
it was correlating to a whole daggone thing about A.J. Brown. You still didn't answer the question. Is he? So everything is good with him. You don't have no problems with what he's done all year.
I know. I don't. I think A.J. Brown's played well this year. Has there been plays that he wants back? Definitely. Has there been fumbles and drop passes? Definitely. But I think that A.J. Brown, when utilized correctly, is a hell of a player. I mean, he's been one of the best wide receivers in our franchise's history. I mean, that's the real deal of it. I get it. We lost games. But does that mean that all these players are absolute garbage? Everybody needs to be fired. Everybody is trying. No, that's what fans do when they get all up in arms and can't actually watch context of football games. I get it. I've said it yesterday. We deserve all of this criticism. We deserve all this ish talking. Y'all deserve to talk all y'all junk, because I've been talking junk all year. This is what happens. But I'm not gonna sit here and change my tune just because y'all getting at me, y'all coming at me. It is what it is. I knew this was what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens in the playoffs. That's all I can say now. That's all I can do. All I can do is have faith. I've been asked a bunch of times, like, where are you at with this team? All I can do is have faith. That's all I can do. I can hope that they figure something out. I don't think they will, but that's all I can do. All I can do is hope that they do. It's always going to be fly, Eagles, fly forever. For the rest of my life, it's going to be fly, Eagles, fly. If they suck, they suck. Not much.
They suck. They suck.
Hey, and Howie is definitely still better than Jerry.
How?
Different ways. Bunch of different ways.
How?
Just a bunch of, in the beginning of the season, y'all, I'm going to say, in the beginning of the season, y'all were talking about how y'all went, and please tell me if when I'm flagging on this one. You guys was talking about how y'all wish y'all had a GM that was as aggressive and did things to make the team better, like Howie Roseman did. Y'all said that all off season. That didn't change just because the team that he put together didn't perform well. That's not how that works. He doesn't play. He doesn't coach. He puts the team together, and he put together a good team the past 2 years, especially even longer than that. Well, since Howie Roseman has been our guy, he has put teams together. We just can't seem to either find a quarterback or find a coach that can sustainably put this team out there. Since we lost Andy Reid, it's been a carousel. And that's why I've said this a million times to even Eagles fans. Y'all need to calm the hell down, because at the end of the day, next year is going to come and we're going to have to figure something out. So once we do that, we do that. It is what it is. Like there's no excuse to how we've played. We've played terribly, but that's what happened. I mean, nothing I say, nothing I do will change that. We just got to get better, and hopefully they will. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm going to be at. That's where I got to be at.
Well, here's the thing. When you say about Jerry, I feel what you're saying. I never said, I told you, I love his aggressiveness and things of that nature. But if you look at.
Oh, you want to read this super chat real quick before you go on?
D Shift, shout out to you, dog, for the 199 holla. Eagles are now a 1-5 team. Is not the same as the 10-1 team for sure. And I like when Joe can't say he's 10-1 Joe. I loved hearing him when he had to come and say he was 11-6 Joe.
3 Joe was amazing. That was what a time to be alive right there.
That one felt good right there. But here's the thing: you can't sit there and say Jerry is terrible though, because y'all ain't been winning the East each year. Right, year in and year out, y'all not winning the East. It's between us pretty much, and then you throw in maybe a Washington one here or there. But it's been Dallas. We're not consistently year in and year out, because we had Jason Goofy Garrett. So I can sit there and say that. But we're consistently a winning team. We're not a team. So I'm just saying. So you can't sit there and say Jerry Jones is just terrible.
I didn't say he was trash. I never said he was trash.
He's damn good. He's just old.
Agree with me or not? Let me know real quick, and then we will get into the playoff predictions and stuff like that. Do you think that Howie Roseman? What would you take from Howie Roseman? Because realistically, there's nothing I look at Jerry and be like, I wish Howie Roseman did this. So, like, what is it that you think that you would want to see Howie Roseman do that Jerry does?
Just what is it, Jamon? Just the aggressiveness, because I don't like anything else that Howie brings, because I feel like Jerry takes care of his players. He's very loving to his players. You know, we know how goofy he is, and he talks a lot, but you know what? He's always there for his players. That's the biggest thing. He definitely is there for his players. He has a heart for his players. I don't know if Howie does that. I don't know if Howie does that. I'm not around that, so I don't know. I don't know if he's egotistical or anything like that, but the only thing I would ever take really away from Howie is just the aggressiveness, is that when he wants to go ahead and do something, he'll just do it, whereas Dallas will sit on it and be like, we're good. We don't need to do that. We'll keep on rolling what we got. But sometimes, you know, it can backfire. Y'all went out and got Kevin Byard and Shaq, but I don't think those were bad moves. They just didn't pan out for y'all. I don't think those are bad moves that help your team. They just didn't pan out. But I just do want to say, what's up, Shaq Leonard? Way to leave us and go on over to the Eagles because you thought you had it better over there. Stay on over there, Shaq.
He hasn't even been playing that much, to be honest.
We don't want you. Over there.
He ain't want y'all. He ain't want y'all. He ain't want y'all either. We'll see what happens. The playoffs come, it's a totally different animal.
You went over to the losing team. So
y'all better not lose us in the playoffs. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, my thing is like this. It's more on if y'all lose in the playoffs, nobody cares. When we lose,
that's true. Yeah, we painted ourselves in a corner. I will say that.
Y'all not.
We painted ourselves in a corner. At the end of the day, we're expected to lose.
You remember when you said no, but here's the thing. You remember when you said people hate us and want us to lose? They don't hate y'all like they hate us. Y'all not popular like we are. You know it. Nobody cares if the Eagles lose. Y'all just fade in the wind and y'all go on your off season. We lose. Everybody's going to talk about it all year. Y'all don't have the star power that we do. No, you try to hype it up like people care about the Eagles. Nobody cares about y'all. Nobody cares about you if y'all win or lose. You hype that up like people care about the Eagles. No, they don't. Because once y'all lose, nobody's going to have y'all on ESPN. Nobody's gonna have you on the 4-letter network.
Why would we care about ESPN? We have one of the biggest fan bases. We have a huge fan base.
Man, nobody care about no Eagles. Y'all ain't never in the news, and nobody wants to put y'all in the news. It's the truth.
Nobody talks about us on ESPN because we don't cry like y'all do. That's the truth. Whenever somebody on TV
never winning.
Whenever Talk TV talks about y'all, it's all on Twitter. Oh, see what nobody likes us. Oh, this is so unfair.
Everybody does.
When people talk about us, we just keep it going. We don't really care. We're underdogs half the damn time. We don't really care. Like that's the thing. Y'all love to complain about what people say about y'all. That's the difference. Y'all make good TV because y'all will react. That's the difference.
Is that the difference? Well, y'all make great TV because nobody cares about your fan base. That's why y'all the loudest. No, it does.
You're just saying stuff now. That don't make no sense.
No, it doesn't. It does make no sense. Nobody cares about the Eagles. That's why y'all scream because y'all want to be relevant so bad. That's why y'all scream.
We really don't care. We just want to win.
Y'all do, bro.
Y'all just wants to win. Yes,
that's why y'all always screaming so loud. That's why you're the number one annoying fan base out of the top hole. Why are y'all?
Y'all are number 2.
Fans. Y'all are number 1.
Y'all are number 2. What does that mean?
It means something because it's proving my point, dude. You just sit there and said y'all don't make for TV. Y'all don't say nothing. So how are y'all the most annoying fan base if y'all don't talk?
Because we talk our shit online.
And y'all don't win.
We don't be sitting there waiting for TV analysts to give us props.
And you don't win.
Okay.
That's why you're annoying.
That's cool. At the end of the day, it's like y'all want us to sit here and cry to y'all like, oh, we wish we were Cowboys fans. Damn.
No, it ain't that, bro.
We had a bad year, man. We're going to figure it out.
You keep on. I'm just telling you, you're not as popular as you saying, just proving the point. You're
not
popular.
Want to be popular.
Your team nobody ever cares about the Eagles. That's why y'all fans are always screaming. Give us y'all always are screaming for respect. But nobody respects it. Why? Will we cry for respect? Everybody already knows about Dallas. Nobody's respecting the Eagles.
So why do y'all complain about the TV?
What are you talking about complaining?
Why do y'all complain about TV analysts? Why do y'all always have in-depth conversations?
They're always got Dallas in their mouths year in, day in and day out. They talk about Dallas every single day.
And you want respect from them, right?
No, we don't care.
So you just don't want them to talk about
I don't care about them. I don't care
about
the analysis. I'm saying when you're the most annoying fan base, everybody knows about Dallas. Everybody knows about us. We do talk because we're winners. We have won for so long. So that's why we talk a lot.
You haven't won for so long, realistically.
We still have
we
won.
Have more than
even you have not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you were going to say. We have more than you.
Well, I mean, we have, but I'm saying we still, even though we weren't winning Super Bowls, we were still winning games. It wasn't like we were like a 1-15 franchise. It wasn't like we were a team like that. We were still winning games. You feel me? That's just what it is.
That's what, bro. We're in the same boat, bro. A lot of y'all want to make it seem like we're in a whole nother class of football or something like that. At the end of the day, we've both been competitive teams over the past 25, 30 years. It is what it is. You guys had your run in the 90s. All respect for that. That's what's up.
And when did y'all have your run?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to diss you, bro. Like, I ain't nobody trying to get at you.
I know. I'm just asking you because you said y'all was so much better. When have y'all had? You said we had the run.
I literally just said we're literally in the same class. I just said y'all are trying to make us seem like we're not even in the same class as y'all. We've been just as competitive over my lifetime. We've been just as competitive. Y'all had y'all run getting Super Bowls. That's what differs y'all as far as franchise history. But as far as these past couple of decades, we've been the same.
Somebody said 2000 to 2004 NFC title games. Don't bring that up. Dank, you choked in all those. Don't bring that up. That's bringing up choking. That's the wrong thing to bring up. That's a whole lot of choking. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Y'all always say we choke, and then y'all act like y'all don't never choke. So don't bring that up.
Nobody said that we never choke, bro. Like that's what I said. I'm
just talking to you. I'm not talking to you, dog. I'm talking to the person in the chat when he.
But I'm saying as a whole, at the end of the day, and I've said this before, the Cowboys and the Eagles are in the same class. The past 2 or 3 decades, we have been doing the same exact stuff. We have had winning records. We've won the division back and forth, damn near it feels like. And then nobody wins the damn Super Bowl. We won one. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So if y'all go out there and win a Super Bowl, y'all are the Super Bowl champs, and we got to treat y'all as such. But until you do, you are on a 30-year drought. I mean, that's where you're at. That's where you're at. We've both been competitive. We got over the hump once. Y'all have not yet.
Okay.
I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth. I know y'all don't want to hear it. That's fine.
Okay. Just like Special K says, and this is always going to be true. We can go to the matchups. Y'all always going to be little brother. Y'all hear that, Eagles? Y'all
want us in your family. We don't even call y'all brother or cousin. We don't want y'all. Nobody wants to be associated with y'all. Like, bro.
That's fine. But y'all always little brother, always trying to want to be better.
Okay. And have we been better?
Not really.
No. So 2017, we weren't better.
1 year better.
Last year, we weren't better.
Nope, because you didn't win.
Okay. Anyways.
1-3.
That makes zero sense. So if you guys don't win, this year, you're not better than us.
Huh?
So if you guys do not win the Super Bowl this year, y'all not better.
If we go to a farther round than y'all, then we're better than y'all.
So last year we were better than y'all.
Right. No, I'm talking about as a whole. You're talking about championships. I'm talking about Super Bowls.
I said last year we weren't better than you guys. You said
I said that. Yeah, I did. I said y'all were better than us. Y'all went to the Super Bowl, dude.
All right, then cool. We agree there because I got confused because you said no. That's all I'm saying. You said no.
Something else. No, y'all. You were talking about as a whole. As a whole, you're talking about as a whole. You're one Super Bowl better than us in these last 28 years. I'll give you that. Hand claps.
And last year,
right? But you don't have a Super Bowl championship, so I can't say that.
Okay, so then if y'all don't win the Super Bowl this year, y'all are not better than us, right? See, you're trying to run around the topic, but this is the thing you're saying. This is what you're saying. I'm trying to keep the same energy. I'm just trying to understand it.
Oh, we're talking about Super Bowls right now. Okay.
No, we're talking about
I'm talking about Super Bowl wins. If you go to a Super Bowl and you don't win, it doesn't count, does it?
Okay, I'm trying to figure that out now because it's been two different answers.
So you only have one Super Bowl win in those 28 years of us a drought. So you're one win better. That's it. You didn't win the Super Bowl last year. You were a better team, but you didn't win. So in essence, you're still way behind. So you're one win better than that 2000 period when you said we had our 90s run. If you had a run, that was your run, 2017.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that makes everybody feel better. I didn't hide. I showed face. Now y'all can go bother Lord Brunson and talk junk to him in the chat. Y'all in the chat a lot of people bringing up Lord Brunson, bro. I'm not saying you specifically.
Only because he just talks so damn much. It's just funny. People want to clown him because he just always talking. Talk. Just be quiet, Brunson. We love you, dog.
Hey.
Just stop talking. The team ain't good.
I'll handle that with him. Y'all deal with that with him. I am Joe Castro. I'm the one with the crooked glasses every now and then. You know what I'm saying? That's me. All right. If y'all want to talk to me, y'all can find me. Y'all want to talk to him, y'all can find him. He got his old shadow, bro. I feel like I always got to defend people. I don't know on shows, not with you necessarily, but like it feels like every time I'm on somebody else's channel, they're like, well, your fan base talks a lot of junk. Like, all right, well, you're talking to me. Like, it is what it is. I talk junk to my boys.
Well, Anthony Evans gave you a shot. He said, Brunson been ducking unlike you, Joe. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go, Anthony. But Brunson's my dog. I ain't got no hate on nobody. But let's get into, before we get out of here, I do want to do some playoff predictions and get people mad because I know everybody's going to disagree with me. But do you want to do one round? Do you want to do the full playoffs? How do you feel? Like, obviously, we're going to revisit this, but I'll kind of put that on you.
Let's just do the first round, and then when that next round comes, we'll do that.
All right. So obviously, I don't know why we're a Monday night game, but we'll go from the top down. We'll start with the AFC side, Cleveland versus Houston. This is going to be a good game. I'm actually excited for this game.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, I like Cleveland just because of their defense, if I'm being 100% honest. But CJ Stroud is just a cool story right now, and it would be nice to see him win his playoff game. They're in Houston. I'm personally going to go Cleveland just because of that defense. And Flacco is getting his little old man strength going. So I'm going to go with Cleveland. They've been an amazing story this year, too. Not really talked about a lot, but I think Cleveland finally goes out there and gets a playoff win for the city.
This is tough.
This is a good one. This is probably outside of our
because I like that defense from Cleveland as well. Joe Flacco's been there, done that. But like you said, that damn CJ Stroud, I feel like he can just win this game by himself because he ain't got nothing to lose. Nobody's expecting these Houston Texans to do anything, right? Nobody was expecting to make the playoffs. They were damn the first, second pick in the draft, and now they're in the playoffs. I hate to say this. I'm going up. I've just got to go with my heart. I'm going upset special. I'm going to go pick the Texans. I feel like Stroud has just got nothing to lose. He's going to play super loose. He's going to play really free, and he's going to put it down. So I'm going with the upset with the Houston Texans. And don't let Harold hear me because he's going to run his mouth.
All right, so you got Houston, I got Cleveland. We'll stay on the AFC side because I know the NFC side is going to be spicy, so we'll save that for last. Miami versus Kansas City. Now, last year, this will be a totally different answer, but this should be a pretty good game too.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, Kansas City been really, really winning because of their defense most of the games, to be honest with you, and Miami just has a track star team on that offense. So you got Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City. This is going to be a good game. I'm going to go with experience, and I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes finding a way. And then you look at the year, Miami really hasn't beaten any teams that are, winning records. I think they maybe beat one or two this year. So they've kind of shrunk against bigger competition. The light's on. You're in Kansas City. I'm going to go with Kansas City on this one.
I'm going to go ahead and go with KC as well. And the main reason why is not just because I just feel like I don't believe in Tua. I feel like Tua is okay. I don't believe in him. And plus, they lost Bradley Chubb and they lost their other defensive end. They just lost both their defensive end due to torn Achilles tendons. And they lost Jalen Phillips to one, and then they just lost Bradley Chubb, and then they just had another injury to a linebacker. So they're hurting on the defensive side as far as rushing the passer, and I feel like that's where Patrick Mahomes, even though those receivers aren't really good, he gets frustrated with the pass rush. You know what I'm saying? When he's been getting out of his game because they've been after him. I think that slows down a little bit and Patrick Mahomes gets some time. I think him and Kelsey and that rookie Rasheed Rice, I believe it is, I think they turn up and I think they blow out the Dolphins.
I can see that happening. I can see that definitely happening. It's going to be a good game. It might be a blowout. You might be right, but I think it might be a good game. This next one, I think this is going to be a blowout. I could be wrong, totally wrong. I haven't really watched too much of Pittsburgh this year. I'm going to be 100% honest there. So maybe I'm missing something, but I just got to take Buffalo. If they lose, they got to start talking. We should have been starting to have a conversation about Josh Allen just as much as they talking about Jaylen Hurts, but I'm going to go with Josh Allen and the Bills on this one.
I'm going to go Buffalo, too. I'm sorry. They got Mason Rudolph as their quarterback. I just can't believe that. And plus, they're going on the road to Buffalo. I just can't believe a Mason Rudolph can win a game on the road, a playoff game on the road. I'm sorry. I just can't believe it. I'm not going to believe Mason Rudolph can do it. And the Steelers, they got George Pickens, but, that Mike Tomlin is a beast of a coach, right? But I don't feel like they just have the horses or the talent to really match with Buffalo. I don't think Josh Allen, is going to go crazy, but I just feel like they're just a better team, and that might be another blowout as well.
Yeah, I think that might be I'm feeling a blowout for that. If it's not, yeah, we're gonna have to have a talk about this, boy. So, all right, this is what everybody. I already know probably.
Oh yeah, you already know. You already know. I'm gonna say.
You already is. Yeah, you're picking the Bucks here.
What's up? But with our games, before we get off here, like Rams, Detroit, we just give that. But you got to tell me the factors in the Tampa Bay game. Like I want to tell you the factors in the game of why we win, or why do you think you win, or why would you lose? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, why will we lose? We just do the same exact stuff that we're doing now. We just continuously are very, very vanilla on offense, very predictable. And Tampa Bay has a good defense. That's one thing I will say. They have a good defense. And at least what I've seen from them, Tampa Bay doesn't necessarily give up the ball a whole bunch. So you have to play clean games against them. If we don't play a clean game, we're going to lose this game. I do think that we're going to win this game. I don't know how much further we're going to go from this, but I do think we win at least this game. And the main reason is because I think that we're going to utilize our run game. I think that DeAndre Swift is going to be a key contributor in this game. He was the first time we played them, and he had a really good game against them. So I'm thinking we're going to lean heavily on the run, and I'm hoping, I don't know this for sure, I'm just saying this, but I'm hoping that they've been kind of holding them back for the playoffs. I doubt that, but that's what I'm hoping. And so I do think that we'll beat Tampa Bay. I do think we're a better team. We have better players. And I do think that we'll lean on the run game heavily. So that's really where I'm at with this team.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go a no. I'm going ahead and say the Bucks, since you already played them once this year, y'all beat them 25-11. Y'all pretty much handled them this year, but those were two different teams now. And I feel like, you know, Baker Mayfield, I don't trust him to throw. I can't to throw my. I don't know. I can't trust no Baker Mayfield, but I just feel like your defense is not good. And because your defense is not good, your secondary is struggling. You're not really getting the pass rush like you want. Secondary is struggling. Linebackers are struggling. You say yourself, Darius Leonard's not even playing that much. I feel like he has some injuries back there. And I feel like Baker Mayfield gets a little bit hot in this game. He has that one game where he plays like, oh, Baker Mayfield, yeah, I think he'll have that one game in the playoffs, and this is the game I think he'll have. Also, they got Mike Evans. I feel like Mike Evans is going to be a really big problem for you guys in that game. I feel like they're going to lean heavily on him. He might have one of them 10 to 12 reception games for about 150 against you guys. I feel like that definitely can happen, and you know, they'll try to get that run game going. But I feel like Baker Mayfield plays really good. Their defense they still got some players on defense that can make some plays. And I feel like if they can definitely shut down that run game, I just feel like Jaylen Hurts is struggling, in my opinion. And I feel like he's struggling passing, running. And I feel like y'all not going to get it together for the playoffs. I feel like those struggles that you had in the regular season are all of a sudden going to not go away in the playoffs and just rectify themselves, and they're just all of a sudden you're going to see this totally different team. I haven't seen that in the NFL ever. I've never seen teams that just go in there struggling, losing 5-6 in a row. Not saying your team. When they lose 5-6 in a row.
Last year from Ray Lewis, they lost like 4 of their last 4 games, if I'm not mistaken.
Was that the 2012 season?
I believe so. I think they lost like the last 4 of their 5 games or something like that.
Really? I have to check that because
not saying with the Ravens, but
don't claim that, because I'm claiming the 2012 Ravens because that was their immaculate year. They end up winning their division. So I don't know about that because they end up winning their division at the end of the year.
Well, they started off really, really hot. Like they started off really, really hot. And then they lost. I think it was 4 of the last 5, if I'm not mistaken. You can keep going. I'll look it up real quick.
Okay. Yeah, check that out for me. But as I said before, I just feel like Tampa Bay, they'll just have that one game. Baker Mayfield has that one game. Your defense is just, if they gain 8 up by daggone Tyrod Taylor and the Giants, like I said, I just don't see your team rectifying itself all of a sudden going to come out and be gangbusters and show a totally different team. I'm going with Tampa Bay, not by much, but I say I will go with Tampa Bay by 3.
So yeah, it was 2012. They started off, like I said, very, very hot. Only had 2 losses, one of them to the Eagles. But they lost the last 4 of their 5 games. The only game that they won was against the Giants in that last stretch, and then they went and won the Super Bowl. They were in the wild card though, but I think
they had a home game though. They won their division right at 10-6. They were 10-6, right?
Yep.
Right. And played a home game, and Joe Flacco went crazy. I've been screaming that all year, y'all. If y'all been listening to my show, I've been screaming we can be the 2012 Ravens. Nobody was talking about them. They came out of nowhere, and then Joe Flacco played his ass off. Dak Prescott, listen to this: 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, MVP. You can do it.
Yeah, Ray Lewis went crazy that year too. Ray Lewis like willed that team to a Super Bowl, bro. It was kind of crazy to watch. But yeah, so there's that. There's definitely that. All right. So yeah, we got our picks for that one, and then next one, which I think this will be a really, really good game. I think Rams versus Detroit. This is a toss up for me, but I truly do believe the Rams are going to win that game. I think that Detroit might still be stuck on the loss to y'all. Like they still complaining about that. So I don't know if they go into either Detroit is going to run the Rams out of the stadium, or the Rams are going to win this game. Like, I don't think it's going to be one of those, like, real close games. And if I'm not mistaken, this has the highest over-under of any game in the playoffs. So it might be a shootout, but I think that the Rams come in there, and you got Matt Stafford, who knows Detroit. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people out there that still love Matt Stafford. And he's a proven guy that he can go out there in the playoffs and perform. So I'm going to take the Rams in this game. I think that they're going to sneak by the Lions.
I hate to agree with you. I was teetering back and forth, but then Sam LaPorta is out there tight end. Yeah, he's out. That's a huge injury for them. Jared Goff, you know, If both of them are turnover machines, in my opinion, but I guess I just trust Matthew Stafford more than Jared Goff. I feel like Jared Goff will throw some interceptions, some critical ones, and if that run game is not popping, and yeah, I think he'll make some mistakes, and I think Rams win this one, ekes it out. I think this will be a tight game. I think this goes all the way down to the fourth quarter, and I think the Rams win it in the last minutes of the game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I really do. Like I said, it's either Detroit's going to run them out of the stadium or Rams are going to end up winning. Now we got Green Bay and Dallas. I'll let you take this one first.
Well, I'm taking my Cowboys all day. We're definitely taking my Cowboys, but this will not be an easy game by any means. I made a tweet on my Twitter page about quarterback Jordan Love. Actually, one of my guys, we do a show, and he absolutely did not want to play the Packers. He said 4 weeks ago, he said, I'd rather play the Eagles than the Packers. I don't want to play the Packers because I don't want to deal with that Jordan Love, because he ain't got nothing to lose. He's playing crazy. But here's some of the numbers on Jordan Love right now. His first 9 games as a first-year starter, 59 completion percentage, 223 yards of passing a game, and 14 touchdowns with 10 interceptions. The last 8 games, 70% completion percentage, 268 yards a game, 18 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Green Bay went 6-2 during that stretch and got in the playoffs. So what am I saying? Jordan Love, I feel like he's going to turn up in this game. I'm not going to lie. I feel like he's going to have a good game against us, Joe. I just feel like he is. But our main thing is we have to stop Aaron Jones. He has been the Cowboys killer, our thorn in our side. I think damn near he's averaging what? He's averaging in his career, 3 games against us, 123 yards a game and 6 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So that is the killer. He's averaging 6 yards a carry, bro. He gets 20 carries. He's averaging 6 yards a carry. 123 yards, bro, against us? No, he's the killer. So he's the one that makes it go. So the Cowboys are going to have to lock him down. You know our struggles in the run game. That has been documented. That has been our problem. We need to shut that run game down. Jordan Love, I don't want him to just go crazy, but I feel like he's going to have one of those maybe 250, 300-yard games, kind of like a game like Geno Smith. You feel me? I feel like he might have one of those type games, Joe, and it may be close like that. I'm not going to lie to you. It may be a close game. We'll probably pull away in the end, but it will be close early because Green Bay, they ain't got nothing to play for, bro. You feel me? They ain't got nothing to lose. Jordan Love ain't got nothing to lose. His first-year starter, so he going to play crazy. He going to play loose. They ain't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? So it will be a very tight, tough game, but we'll pull it out in the end. I'll give us 28-24.
All right, we're doing scores too. I'll say the Eagles win.
Yeah.
I'll say the Eagles. I ain't got to give us. I always do a score. I say Eagles win 28-17. That's what I'm gonna say for the Eagles versus Bucks. As far as Green Bay and Dallas, I want to say that Green Bay is going to win. I do think it's going to be a really, really good game. If they rely on the run, they might end up beating y'all. I mean, if they can just say we're going to run the ball down their throat and we're not going to stop and we're just going to take the shots when they're there. Like you said, you guys have struggled against the run, especially as of late. Do you guys got Hankins back for this game?
Yes, we do have Hankins back in the game.
That should definitely help. I do think Dallas just has y'all have Dak right now, and I think that's going to be the X factor if I'm being 100% honest. Even if it is close, I think that if it comes down to a last drive, comes down to, Dak having a score at a moment, he's going to do it. He's been doing it all season, and Green Bay isn't great. They're good, you know what I'm saying? And y'all history is very telling as far as how y'all always play good games. So I think it will be a good game, but it's hard for me to give Jordan Love the nod right now. But if he wins, we're going to be looking at Green Bay. We're going to be looking at Green Bay for the rest of the playoffs. I don't think them if they find a way to beat y'all, it's just going to be a fluke. They're going to have to go out there and play a good game. So I will give it to Dallas, but I think it'll be a good game. And that's probably outside of the Rams game. I think that might be the closest to an upset special. I think that might be like, watch out for that game, but I do think Dallas pulls it out, especially I think at the end though. I think it's going to come down to Dak. It's going to come down to Dak doing what we got to do. So
yeah, I definitely will agree with you. I said this playoffs is on Dak Prescott and this coaching staff. Okay, this coaching staff is coaching for some things. I think We don't know if Dan Quinn's going to be here. He's getting interviews. I think he's getting ready to interview with the Carolina Panthers, and I think he's still a hot commodity right now. The teams have been asking for him the last couple of years. This could be his last run with the Cowboys. Let's keep it real. And I feel like this – I made a video. Cowboys fans can disagree with me, but I feel like this is a career-defining playoffs for both Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott, in my opinion, because I feel like if Mike McCarthy loses early – it's going to be hell to pay in Cowboy land. There will be people asking for his head. People be asking for him to be fired. Whole bunch of stuff. They're not going to like him coming back. And then, like I said, I think this is a career-defining playoff because everybody's waiting for the playoffs for Dak, right? Nobody cares about what the regular season no more with Dak. Let's just be honest. Nobody cares anymore. We know what Dak can do in the regular season. We've seen it. He's a damn good quarterback in the regular season, but he's got to get over the hump in these playoffs. And so it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be real good to see. Hopefully my team, because I don't play the game. You feel me? And that's one thing I think we need to understand. We don't play the game, so we can pump out our chest. Cowboys going to do this. You don't play. So that's why I ain't jumping out there beating my chest that we're going to beat them. I ain't scared of Green Bay, but I ain't jumping out because I don't play the game. So I don't know who going to show up. You get what I'm saying, Joe? Like, we can scream all we want about our team, but we really don't know what team ever really going to show up, dog.
That's the NFL. That's, you never know exactly.
So I ain't jumping out there beating, we going to stomp them. No, I ain't going to do all that now.
And I
feel like, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that the Eagles and the Cowboys, as much as we dislike each other, the fan base hates each other, whatever you want to call it, we are victims of our own success. If we don't win every game, it feels like the world's falling. It feels like, because even when I'm hearing you guys talking about getting rid of Mike McCarthy, you went to the playoffs 3 years in a row. You had over 12 wins. We're in the same sort of situation. We went to the playoffs 3 times in a row. We went to the Super Bowl last year, and everybody's asking for our head coach's head. So to a certain extent, I feel like we're victims of our own success. You know what I'm saying? When you get to a certain level, when you start winning games, like you said, the regular season don't matter anymore. If you can't do anything in the playoffs, nobody wants you here. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a fun playoff, even if we're not in it, which I'm getting ready for that. Maybe second week, I'm getting ready for us to probably be not in the playoffs. But hopefully they prove me wrong. It is what it is. And somebody said that I'm trying to jinx y'all because misery loves. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe I need a week for y'all.
I ain't tripping on jinxes. Cowboys, just go in there and handle your business. Y'all just need to just handle your business. Stop. Don't go in there scary. Don't go in there. Just play a game that you've been playing all year. This ain't going to be no different. Don't put no extra pressure on it. Don't do that, because then that's when you won't play right. Just go in there and play like you've been playing. You won, 16, 18 in a row. Just go in there and play your damn game like you're supposed to, and it'll be a win. If you go in there and be goofy, it's going to be that type of game. So I think Dallas is going to do it to themselves. If y'all go out there and be aggressive like we're supposed to, we're going to win. I feel that. But if we go out there and be like tight because pressure, then it ain't going to be good. Just saying.
Yeah. And Eagles, you see what you've done the past 5-6 weeks. Don't. Stop doing that. Do the exact opposite, and we should be all right. There's talent on this team. So we'll see what happens. Appreciate everybody that's been in here, man. I know you have people donating to help you out at the Senior Bowl. I have people donating. I saw your girl putting up the link. The link for my GoFundMe is in the description. So if anybody wants to help us out, we both will be out there together giving y'all great content. So definitely we appreciate all the support that we've received already. Does not go unnoticed. And we will soon enough be talking about scouting and these players. We've already been kind of talking about it behind the scenes. So excited for that. But do you got anything you want to say to these people before we get up out of here?
No, just a lot of people in the chat. We were booming over here on my Cowboy side. I told y'all to come in here and represent. Make sure y'all was in here deep. We had over 200 chat on my side. I really appreciate all my Cowboys people showing that love like I had asked y'all. Really appreciate y'all. Let's like I said, let's keep it hard all the way this week. We need to get that dub because we need to go ahead and take that next step this year in these playoffs. So it's been a great year. regular season. Great year from the best of enemies. Really appreciate everybody on both sides. You know what I'm saying? And let's just get ready for these playoffs. And please go support us. As we said before, we're both going to be headed to the Senior Bowl. I think my guy Dominic White will be there on the Cowboys side too. One of my other people's said he may try to get up there. But definitely, please go check out that Best of Enemies Senior Bowl edition. That's what we're going to call it. Best of Enemies Senior Bowl edition. We'll both be down there. We'll both be scouting for both teams. We'll be right there with the players, getting great interviews. So please, we both, like I said, we both got GoFundMe chats. GoFundMe. My girls put my GoFundMe in the link if you like. Because as I said before, you know, I've been in this for 7 years. I paid for a lot of training camps. That cheap flying to Cali ain't cheap. We done went to 3 of them training camps. Them jokers ain't cheap. Staying there the whole week ain't cheap. Going to the, you know, we went to the Senior Bowl a couple of years ago. We've been to about two combines. So, you know, we've been to games. Them games ain't cheap. The overnight. So all that stuff costs money. And, you know, I've basically funded my own way. So whatever y'all can do for both of us, we ain't trying to beg or nothing like that. But hey, this life, and then whatever you can do to help the nation, we're going to try to, you know, bring it back to you with great coverage that we're going to try to give y'all on both sides. So please support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. But other than that, man, we appreciate everybody. Over 300 people in the chat throughout the show. So all love. I know y'all hate to love or love to hate me, I think is the way you put it, right? But I love to hate y'all too. So it works out that way. But other than that, man, y'all know what it is, man. I am Joe. That's my dog, James. And we are the best of enemies. I got to find the outro. Found it. Peace.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored.